Nick Scalzo, one of the two quarterbacks. Have at him.
My first one is, if you played college football and you're doing this punt, pass, and kick thing, is that fair, do you think, if you win?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I'll say no.
I appreciate it. My second question is, just tell me about your journey. We've seen you here before. There's some adversity. If you could just tell us, people that haven't been here, and just what it's meant and how that's made you the football player you are today.
Sure. So I'm one of the older guys on the team. I graduated high school in 2019, so that was a while ago. I spent 3 years at the University of Kentucky. Actually, go back a little bit. I tore my ACL my first time my senior year in high school in the third round playoffs. I got to Kentucky, tore the same knee again 8 months after that, so I had a long recovery time after that one. And I just learned so much when I was at Kentucky. I was there with Liam Cohen, and he was one of the greatest coaches I've ever been with. Just the way he talked about football and just articulated everything I learned so much from that. Ended up transferring here in 21, and during my first fall camp scrimmage, I tore my other knee, so it was my third ACL in 3 years. So I didn't really get dealt the best hand of cards with football in the past couple years, but honestly, I'm just blessed that I'm still playing and have the opportunity to be the quarterback of this team, and I just feel God's favor a lot, just because I really shouldn't be here right now, and I love it, and I'm going to keep going until I can.
When you tore the knee here in the first fall camp scrimmage, was there a thought that, okay, I'm done, thank God's telling me I'm done or whatever, or did you immediately say, I'm going to beat this?
So I was going through some dark times during that. There was a lot of days where I was like, I can do this, and then there's a lot of days you don't have time to hang them up, start working, and just go on with my life. But I feel like God's put it on my heart that football is part of my purpose and a way that I can fully bring glory to Him and should tell other people about Him, and I'm going to keep doing that until I can't. And on top of that, I have a daughter. She's 1.5 years now, and that happened after my ACL tear, so it kind of rejuvenated me to come play more and do it not only for myself but for her also.
How are you now feeling with your game, just from all this adversity now, going into the season?
Truthfully, my body feels the best it's ever been. I mean, when you rehab for 4 or 5 years, you kind of get stronger than to where you were before that. So I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I've had some good and bad days. I know where I need to get better at. I know where things that I'm good at. So it's just going by each day and just stacking my days, really. I mean, if I have a bad day, you just got to come back the next day and have a great day. That's really just how it goes.
Entering into the first scrimmage tomorrow, what is your mindset going into it, but also what are you expecting to see from the offense specifically?
Yeah, I mean, just go out there and make the routine play. That's what Coach Hatch wants. He doesn't want to do anything special, nothing extra. Just go out there and do what you're supposed to do. And when you do that, everyone else follows around that, and you end up getting everything you need done.
What's it like been working with the O-line so far in fall camp? There's some experience coming back. What has that been like for you?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, the way our offense works, we're not supposed to have the ball in our hands for more than like 2.5 seconds. So as long as we have the front five giving us that time, then we should be good. But they've been doing a great job this fall camp. Honestly, the whole offensive side has been doing great, and we've seen steps in the right direction every day.
What excites you most about what this offense might look like, and how awesome has it been learning these new skill guys that came in and learning and growing with them so far?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. We have like Coach Hatch was saying, we have a couple of freshmen that are extremely good. We have a transfer from Georgia Southern, Jalen, who's having a great camp, and he's really shown that he can be one of the guys that go into this year and have a great season. And what was the first part of it?
Just about how the offense has been looking so far.
Oh, yeah, the offense looks great. I mean, it didn't look like we've skipped a beat from anything from last year. I mean, we're doing everything fast. We're doing everything in the right sequence, and I think we're doing it to Coach Hatch's liking.
You talk about your own journey. I mean, how much personal motivation is there for you for this season, but also for this team just to improve from last year?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was on the team when we had our great run. We went 10-2, went to the playoffs, and just had that amazing season. And then I was also on the team last year where we didn't have that great of a season. And I was able to see how the teams were on both of them and kind of bringing back how we were 2 years ago to this team. And I can already see it. I mean, I think our team is closer now than we've ever been, even closer than we were two years ago. And I think that's kind of what makes the team great, is when you trust each other and you know that that person's going to be where it needs to be at that time. It just makes everything so much easier. It makes you not have to think as much also too.
How different do you think, would you say you are as a, you kind of talked a little bit with your daughter, but as a person from when you stepped on Kentucky's campus, or even in high school when you're doing the show and to today? I mean, how different do you think you are as a person?
I think I'm completely different. I mean, I felt like I was on the top of the world a couple of years ago, and God had to humble me and show it's not about me, it's about Him, and it's about other people. And after I realized that, it just makes living, like, not only like through football, but like life a lot easier. And it makes me understand that life is bigger than football. And I kind of got stuck with making my whole persona mentality all about football. And when I do that, I'm not the best player I can be. And when I learn to, like when I had my child, it's like I learned how to manage my time better. Because before that, I wasn't great at managing my time, but it forced you to do it. And it's kind of the same thing with football. Is like when you don't make it the priority in everything, you're able to focus on other things, but it makes you more like focus on football too. It just helped me manage my time better and really show me what I wanted to do with my life.
Now, with school-wise, you have your degree and working on,
So I graduated in December with my marketing degree, and I'm currently getting my MBA right now.
okay.
So-
Is that, I guess you look at silver linings of every situation. Because you've been in college a long time, you've been able to do, leave with degrees, Is that a kind of a silver lining through a tough journey a little bit?
Oh, 100%. And on top of it, if I would have never transferred to Stanford, I would have never met my wife. I would never have my daughter. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or what ifs, and I wouldn't change anything for where it is now. I mean, God had to do certain things in my life to mold me into the man I am now. So, I mean, I wouldn't change anything. And I'm very thankful that I'm just able to do this still, because, like, 24 now, there's not a lot of 24-year-olds still playing college football,
Yeah.
especially getting their degree from, or not even degree, I already got my degree from here, but their master's from Stanford University. So,
You
I'm just
teammates
blessed.
kid you about being old?
Oh, yeah, every day. I hear it every day. And I'm already losing my hair, so it's even worse with that one.
I was going to mention that, but I didn't want to read it.
No, I hear it every day.
And so you say you met your wife here?
Oh, so I met my wife at Kentucky, but we didn't get serious until I came here.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And final thing for me is when during that run, the year when you went to the playoffs and Quincy came in, how much did you sort of enjoy watching him? That experience for him type of thing.
No, it was awesome. When I first got here, I was kind of struggling with getting along with all the quarterbacks just because I felt like I had to be the one to do this and had to do that. So I wasn't really good with just like talking to everyone on like just the friendly part of it. And seeing him from when I first got here to now is just incredible. And I remember like back in the day, like when I first was throwing with him, he used to lock his front leg out so bad, and that's what would bring his ball down. And I told him one time, and ever since then, I mean, he spins that thing.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to see.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.